Alright, guys. It's time for our third game of this week's Psycast, your freaking awesome replays. It is the Inside of You challenge, where you have to try and slide your base inside your opponent's base. Down here in the bottom right-hand side in the red, it is Juan. And up here in the top left-hand side in the blue, the Terran player, it is Adolphus. Small drill, big drill. Some suggestions coming through for the previous game's title there in chat. Appreciate that. Big thanks everyone for hanging out. Don't forget to play next week's challenge. It is, of course, Battlefield Execution, where you've got to try and keep your soldiers' morale up by, of course, just executing the weak-willed in the middle of the goddamn battle. Sacrifice one of your units once every minute of the game, starting at 2 minutes. This is a really fun way, especially if you go up into their base. And I will, by the way, allow you guys to sacrifice your unit. I've said, execute your own unit. But I'm okay. If you guys choose to be creative and do something like execution by sending it into them on its own, like you get one Marine to go outside their base and do a dance in front of their army, that is also a form of execution. If you guys want to do that, that's fine. Bonus points, if you go up outside there into their vision, you kind of get their attention, like you shoot a depot with your units. And then you send your one unit forward, you shoot it, and then you leave. I want you guys to get in there and really show some wild stuff. So, good luck. It should be good. Down here, very quick double gas for Juan. The opponent up here, Adolphus, on the other hand, is going to be going a super quick command center on the right-hand side of the map. A barracks and a gas. And, of course, we're going to see the most monumental, the slowest erection of all time. And that is the one where you slowly float this into your opponent's main and try to build a planetary there. Going to be curious to see how it plays out. And, this is one of those strategies that does get blocked by a good drilling. If the opponent can get some SCVs underneath that command center, it can never land. And even if it lands, pull about 10, 12 SCVs, they will kill it before it finishes morphing. But there's a lot of panic in there. There's a lot of chance for different things to go wrong. And already Marines rallying across and a bunker behind the natural. How friggin' random is that? Unfortunately, I think this Marine will run into the... Actually, wait, what is this Marine doing? 0 scouting for this Terran player. And this guy's just going there? What? He's just going to let this Marine walk up the ramp. That Marine on the left is just going to walk... This is very weird. And he's just scouting around for proxy. 0 scouting the opponent's side of the map. Marines, Tech Lab Factory, that command center. Oh, it's going to lift off. All right, Big Daddy's here. He's going to build a factory behind it as well. Very nice. Oh my god, I thought that Marine was going to go down without getting in the bunker. But it turns out it is the red Marine that falls. And I think that's going to kind of distract Juan, right? I think this is all about like, hey, let's create a distraction down there. And then maybe we can float this command center and do some stuff. But he's actually waiting with the command center. It's just chilling for now. Adolphus. Thinking this is part Dolphin, part Dolph Lundgren. Lundgren? I don't know. Why are these two guys not mining gas? Oh, they're huffing a barrel. Oh, so what happens when you hire SCVs from the projects, man. These two are just... They're like, no, they can't tell if we're working or not. And they're both just sniffing some of that Vespine gas. Jesus. They do end up getting forced back to the mineral line in the end, but already wasted a fair bit of time. And it's going to be one base battle cruiser for Juan, who's got 2 Marines and a siege tank. And he's going to very slowly break this bunker over here if he knows how to move a Marine in front to spot. And he does. Almost. There we go. No, he runs his Marines forward. He's got to be careful with that. Oh, look at this Marine. Oh my god, what a daredevil. It's a distraction. It's a distraction. Uh-oh. Factory lands. Tech lab starts. These Marines just chilling. Command center about to land itself. Juan is distracted right now. He's looking down here. Let's go to Juan's camera. Juan has no idea. He's like, haha, killing your SCV. Ha ha ha. He still doesn't know. We're on Juan's camera, guys. He still doesn't know. He's thinking about building a command center. Oh my god. He scrolls up. Wait a second. What's that? Oh my god, you could see him scroll down and box his army. He doesn't even know how to F2. I don't know what level this is, guys, but this is below F2. Juan is scrolling around and boxing individual units. Oh no! Oh no, that planet. I mean, I talk about it being a slow erection, but sometimes it creeps up on you. You look at it, you go, that can't be a threat. That's too old. That's, you know, what? That can't do anything. Oh my god, the Marines just go in and die. Oh man, Juan is in huge trouble. There's a tank behind the planetary. Wait. Is he just gonna walk forward and kill the tank? If Juan doesn't target fire, and he's not target firing, I think it might be out of range though. Oh, okay, it is just out of range of the other tank. This drilly boy trying to service this big old planetary there. 2 SCVs out, already 1 repairing. Adolphus could just have clicked on that and it would have actually been the more effective. Oh, 1 target fires, but actually I think it was too slow. Oh, it is too slow. And that tank, Adolphus's tank just walks forward, sieges in range, and just absolutely dominates. Oh my god, I was like, how stupid, what is this stupid bunker? I was like, what is this stupid bunker we're talking about, mate? No, it was the greatest distraction of all time. I bowed down to the greatness of Adolphus here. That planetary is not even burning. It's actually repairing up. A tank's going to pop out with 2 tanks in range of it. Oh, man. I mean, Juan can maybe get a tank out. Has a command center. It's trying to build more barracks down there. Oh, that tank does actually get out without taking a single shot, which is kind of impressive. But, oh my god, he's just sieging it right in range. So Chad, man. Oh, there's 2 tanks there, though, for Adolphus. And he does lose the tank, but he takes out the only tank of Juan. And Juan's got to move those SCVs to that expansion. This tank is having an absolute party right now. These tanks just creeping on forward here. I can't believe this works so well. The map awareness of Juan, not realizing the planetary floated into his base ever so slowly, and he didn't see it until it was halfway finished turning into a planetary. Absolute god mode. Alright. Starport's going to go down here as well. What do we got? Barracks going down. Oh, we queued 2 barracks off 1 SCV as well. Oh no. Wait. Okay, at least he grabs another SCV to build that factory. He's building another command center. Don't get me wrong, guys. Adolphus doesn't really have that much. He's like overbuilt economy on 1 base into just 4 Marines building at a time. So, I mean, Adolphus really should be pushing down a lot harder and faster after taking that production out. I don't think there's any fighting units, right? There is 2 Marines right now for Juan. So Juan would die if these tanks simply just attack down that ramp. But Adolphus here, he's on his Q the Siege tank little adventure. I think with only 7 SCVs, Juan's probably lost too much economy though. These tanks gonna creep in. He says, "Your base is mine now, dickhead." Oi, why are you rushing a base outside of my base? Juan's like, "That was my base, don't. What are you? No, it was my base, don't lie." Adolphus is like, "Why do I got tanks on the high ground and a wall off then? It's clearly my base, you fucking idiot. Why are you always trying to steal my base?" Juan's like, "Why? You stole my base. Why do you always do this, Adolphus? It's fucking mean, man. You said StarCraft was a fun game. I don't even know what the units do. You keep fucking doing this. Why are you always fucking trolling me, man?" Adolphus is like, "Haha, fucked you up." This is like, Adolphus is literally the kid who owns the game and plays it every day. And then he invites his friend over to play, doesn't tell him any of the controls, and just uses the most abusive shit on him, like, the entire time. You guys always had this friend growing up, right? I, from a very young age, was like, oh, that's not fun. Like, for me, like, as a kid, I was always like, no, like, I wanna fuck someone up in, like, a vaguely even battle. Don't get me wrong. I would cheat if I could. I would take a little advantage. But I would always go to that one friend's house, and they're like, "Yeah, play me in this game." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, how's it work?" And they're like, "I'm not gonna fucking tell you, you fucking piece of shit." And I was like, "What?" And they're just like, and they're fucking shooting you repeatedly and like camping the spawn point or something. And you're like, "Oh, okay. Did your like parents not hug you, Billy?" Billy's like, fuck you, pig. Yeah, you're fucking bad at this game." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what the buttons do. Can you let me figure out?" Like, I'm like, what's the reload button on the controller? Fucking Billy's like, "Yeah, fuck you, you're just bad." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you're the, you know what, guys? I just had a moment." Because there's a lot of like 35 and 40-year-olds who on the ladder just call people names all day. They're just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I think they might be the same people. I think that might be the Billies of this world. I think the people who literally just shit talk and are like, "Oh, fuck you. I bet you don't even have a fucking girlfriend, you fucking virgin." I think those are actually the Billies. Those fucking friends who would just try to cheat as much as they could. And literally, like, they could do it for hours as well. That was the thing, is like, it wasn't like they'd do it for 5 minutes and get bored. the whole thing would be trying to, like, assert dominance. They'd want you to be like, yeah, I don't want to fucking play this game anymore. They'd be like, yeah, here, because you fucking suck. And you'd be like, well, we're not really, Billy. It's because you're a fucking piece of shit. And you're fucking... And they're like, oh, whoa, you're fucking bad. Haha. So I do think the Billies of this world, they probably did end up becoming the bullies. They're the bouncers who try to pick fights with drunk people, no doubt. They're the people on the ladder telling you that you're a fucking virgin who practices the game too much if you ever beat them. And I do think in this case, Adolphus may very well... I mean, he hasn't been bad-mannered yet, but that's because he's fucking elbow deep in Juan's chance of victory here, isn't he? I mean, Juan's trying to hang on as desperately as he can. He's kind of doing things, which is honestly impressive. Like, I'm looking at what Juan's doing here, and I'm like, oh, this player actually has, like, probably RTS experience. I understand. He's like expanding away, rebuilding production, building correct units. It's just so funny because the first few minutes of the game was such a fucking shit show for Juan. And now it's like he's behind, and I think he's a bit tilted, and he's like, fuck you, Billy. I am going to find a way to bring it back. I'm going to suddenly dig deep. We're going to make this work. The mass unupgraded Marine transition, actually kind of shit. I would like to see them just attack into that siege tank and see if Juan can hang on. Is Juan getting a third base? And what is this? Adolphus is just like long distance mining there. 5 SCVs queued at a time. Jesus. Is only now taking the expansion. Adolphus's macro truly is Florencio levels of absolute utter garbage. Oh, the tank doesn't have anything covering it right now. Can we see that tank on the high ground? We can. Oh, very weak siege up from Adolphus. More like a Deadus, mate. Adolphus, you gonna let him back in this game? What are we doing here? What is this right now? What are we? Zero macro behind it. Just making unupgraded Marines. Ha ha ha. I mean, Juan's got 2 bases on the left. It sucks, but once again, if Juan can rebuild that SCV count, there is always hope for our Red Terran. Unfortunately, looking at the control groups, we can tell that Juan does not use them. There's like 1 command center on a control group, another one, and oof, that means he's kind of scrolling around, clicking on command centers and trying to queue up SCVs right now. And it's hard even with good mechanics to come back in this sort of situation, but without using control groups, that's going to be especially nasty. And another Liberator comes out now as well. Still 3 tanks up here. 4, actually. So many tanks up here. I think we're gonna fast forward a little bit here. Oh, the command center is gonna try and spot the high ground. Don't fly that into the Marines, buddy. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ah, the Liberator comes forward here. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we're gonna fast forward a little bit here. Oh no! Juan! Oh, he could have locked on and got back to safety. Oh no. Oh my god, he's trying to build a second starport reactor. This is sad. This is so sad, guys. Another Liberator's coming in as well. This Red Air Point Marine is like, my Gauss rifle isn't big enough. It won't reach over the freedom zone. The Liberators are just looking out their cockpit doing these ones at him. They're like, hey, buddy. Oh, you're such a big manly Marine. Oh, hello. Is that your little Gauss rifle? Is that your little Gauss rifle? The Marine's like, fuck you, girls. Why are you fucking sieging up my mineral line? They're just SCVs. They're defenseless. Fucking stop it. They're like, ooh, he's a little boy. There's a little Marine boy. Him and his friends are laughing at him as well now. They're like, oh, fucking Gary. Yeah, I've seen you in the showers, Gary. You do have a tiny Gauss rifle, mate. Gary's just there, fucking pit of sadness right now. It's like fucking the enemy team and his own team are laughing at him. He's truly the fucking sacrificial goat, the butt of everyone's jokes at this point. And these Liberators just kind of having a laugh. No doubt cracking a few beers, a couple Bud Lights as they're there in the cockpit, just waiting for SCVs to go back to mining. Another one joins in and says, hello, Mr. Siege Tank. Would you like to fucking die? The Siege Tank says, no, and fucking blows up. A fusion core is about to finish. So Juan, who was trying to go 1 base BC, remember guys, has said, look, the only way I get back in this game is, once again, it's going to be BCs off from the corner. Hey, some Vikings come out. They say, how dare you impinge the large Gauss rifle of Gary? Fuck off. And they do take that Liberator down. Both Libs fall. Unfortunately, that is what we call a fuck ton of Marines, tanks, and a Liberator coming down from what used to be Juan's main base. But apparently now is just a place where he's just storing siege tanks. I think Adolphus is one of those people who fucking tried to buy up all the toilet paper, to be honest. He's like, nah, I'll just send him out 1 pack of toilet paper tank at a time. Just 1 at a time. Ha, I'll wait till there's more demand, sell them all at once. It's like, or you could bring the fucking 14 tanks that have been in that base this entire time and finish the game. But Adolphus, remember, bit of a D-bag, we can tell. And I don't think the battlecruiser is going to cut it. That's just too many Marines, guys. Siege tank pops out, tries to siege on the tanks. Not going to do it, and I think Adolphus may have done it. Oh, the Viking gets baited in. There are 3 more where that came from, but... Oh, the medevac goes down. Don't tell me the BC doesn't pop. Come on. Fuck off. Oh my god. Talk about blue... That's a case of blue battlecruiser, that is. And just like that, with a blue aching battlecruiser, unable to pop out, Juan finally leaves the game. GG, well played, Adolphus. Maybe tell your friend what the controller does before you just put them in a 1v1. You dickhead. If you guys have enjoyed these videos and this Icyfar, don't forget to get your replays in. If you're watching this down the line on YouTube, !Icyfar is a chat command. You go to my Twitch channel, type that into my chat. Even when I'm not offline, you can go there. My bot is always there, and it will always tell you the up-to-date challenge and where to submit your replays. Get them in. Thank you, everybody who's been hopping on the Patreon. Info is down in the description. If you guys do want to go above and beyond to support the channel, smash the like button. Write a comment telling the players that they're Bronze League baddies. I don't know. Do whatever you crazy people on YouTube do. Much love for watching. See you in the next one.